Let's get it.
It's an absolutely gorgeous day here in the Carolinas, and I'm so glad to see it. As we always like to say, because I am. Because this is the day that the Most High has made in order for us to rejoice in and be glad. So what does that mean, you might ask? To enjoy your day with Him. See, He didn't make it in order for us to just go off and do our own thing. No. He made this day, like that text says, for us to rejoice and be glad in with Him. Finding our being in Him. Like the other text says, living and breathing and having our being in Him. He's our reason for being. And of course, without it being said, once we find our reasonings for being in Him, then we're going to enjoy it. I believe that with all my heart, because it's true. I've seen it in my life. I'm starting to enjoy my life. Them first 48, oh boy, ain't that something? The first 48, oh boy, that's a good thought on the day. Them first 48 won't so enjoyable. No, they won't. But thanks to Most High, we have 48 more to go. Let's see if we can move this. Honestly don't like messing around with other people's stuff. But in this case, we will. Because I saw my edit yesterday that it seems that I was a little far back. So we're going to try this today. And I really like doing it like this because it's pretty much on the level I want it on. You don't have to be trying to adjust it and touching on it. We just set it and forget it. Thank the Most High. He said the first 48. And that's about true. Because I'm 52 now. I had that stroke pretty much 5 years ago, a little over 5 years. And my life has been murder up until this point. Right on up until that stroke to where I died. Hallelujah. That was the murder. I had to die off before I can walk on into my Most High given purpose. Or some folks would say my God-given purpose. And the best is yet to come. I just want to encourage somebody else today that the best is yet to come. And I have to mention a comment I received from one of my ox, Brother T. He was replying to the recording we did on Monday, I believe, to where we went out to Revolution Park. Listen to the name, Revolution Park. And the Most High had given me the title of that thought for today of why. why. And right there towards the end of the ride, he had me to go into another area, or should I say into a neighborhood right across the road from the park. Just venturing out, being nosy. We do that on Mondays sometimes when we have a lot of energy, I guess you would say. But we rode out there, and on one of the church signs, it read, "You have a God-given purpose." And that's all it said. You have a God-given purpose. So that was my answer for that day of why. Why? And like I said, my brother T, he replied back, and I just saw it today, this morning. He replied back that same day he was asking the question of what. So he said now it's up to the Most High to share with us the word, the when, and the how. Oh boy. And that was so encouraging to me, because that's where I'm at today. And I think we will go with this idea of the first 48. You know, like the show, the first 48 hours, where they have to solve a murder in the first 48. Or it gets harder to solve after the first 48 hours. Oh boy. And see, that's how it's been with my life. I haven't been able to solve the question of why, what, when, or how. And now we're getting the win. The win is now. The how is through the Most High, like we were saying on the walk over here. In and through Him, finding our being in Him daily. We're not getting up just coming out and like what Peter said, sharing fables, made up fables. No, this is on purpose. Everything we do is on purpose. And like he told me before, keep that audience of one. Because all these recordings are going to reach who they need to reach, when they need to reach them, and how they need to reach them, and where they need to reach them. See, I couldn't answer them questions my whole life up until this point. Even though I had a relationship with the Most High. And it was a relationship like most of us have with Him. And like most of us have with our loved ones and other people in our lives. It's on our terms. Pardon me. And see, one thing about the Most High, He'll let you roll your way for a while until your way catches up with you and put you on your back. Pardon me. To where you're at a point where all you can do is look up. That first 48. I'm so amazed at how the Most High works. I came out here today with the idea of stay in your lane. Again. Stay in your lane. And I say again because He's given me this idea before. And that would be a good text for us today. And not caring about the cares of the world. And we'll look it up and put it in the description after we edit. But he was like, stay in your lane. Don't be concerned about what other people say or do. And pretty much this idea came from an idea I wanted to share about the Exodus. And he said, no, I ain't called you to do that. Don't do it. I said, okay, I'm gonna stay right here out of the way. You tell me what to say today. You tell me what to talk about today. You put a thought on my mind, an idea in my heart today. And I haven't had one until I started coming out here. And he started dealing with me about staying in my lane. Oh boy, that's hot. And see, the Most High has given me a lane. And I thank him for it. It's called that sweet spot. Right there in the middle. To wherever, whenever, however, whenever I said that, and we know the why, he tells me to do or say, then that's all I'm gonna do or say. Just like Yahusha. If I continue to live my life like that, I'll be all right. And see, a lot of times we try to switch up because it's the trendy thing to do. Oh boy. But see, the thing about it is, trends come and go. But what the text say, the word of the Most High stands forever. Lean not to your own understanding. We just had that script on yesterday. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he'll direct your path. Lean not into your own understanding, but in all your ways acknowledge him, and he will direct your path. Just like today he directed my path. And all I'm saying today is stay in your lane. And irregardless of your age, your gender, male or female, I have to make that clear because of my beliefs. You stay in your lane today and go on and live out your first 48. But do no time, no tick-tock, time. Time is running out. My wife be laughing at me when I do that. I be laughing. But time is running out. Live your first 48 and enjoy it. I'll be the first to tell you, go and enjoy it. Get it out your system. But at the same time, do know what you do in that first 48. It's gonna determine where you're going for the rest of your life. And how you transition over from that first part of your life on into the better part of your life. Because it can be a smooth transition, or it can be a very bumpy ride, like I know. With a major stroke, brain surgery to remove a blood clot in my brain, open heart surgery to repair a damaged heart valve, 3 major surgeries on my left leg, one which took 6 hours, and then finally 3 toes amputated on my left foot because of the blood flow restriction to that foot. All because of my first 48. I lived a hard life before. Some folks wouldn't think so. You couldn't look at me and tell it, but yes, you could. Because folks was asking me the question all the time, Robert, why you looking so mean? Why you always mean mugging? That's what my goddaughter asked me one time. She said, R&B, why you always mean mugging? And yeah, that was one of my names. The first 48. Because I sing R&B, and I used to sing R&B, and that was my stage name. Mr. R&B, the realest. But yeah, once you start realizing them scars, then you'll start realizing, hey, I've been putting myself through hell and hot water unnecessarily. thunderstorms here in the Carolinas on the most part of the day. Really stormed hardcore this morning. The loudest thunder strike I've heard in my whole life. Sounds like it was right outside our door. I guess the most important thing that I'm trying to say today, that we're saying, is stay in your lane continuously. And your lane is right there with him all the time. That's it. Live, breathe, and have your being in him. That's the secondary text for today. Really, that could be the first one. And then the secondary one is don't get caught up with the cares of this world. And we'll put them in the text just like that, in the description just like that. The first 48. Stay in your lane again. Tell you to do something again, that means you really better pay attention. Just like he'll say in the text, verily, verily I say unto you. That means your ears and your eyes and your heart better perk up and listen, because he's about to say something very important. This teacher taught me this a while back. He says when the Most High says something twice, you better listen. Excuse me. And to be quite honest, that's how he works throughout his text, confirming his word through what we call precepts. That means Most High always backs up what he says. It's just like us backing up data on a computer. That's how the Most High is. He always backs his up, so we won't lose it. So we can always find it. Or to put emphasis on what he said before. And see, the reason why the Most High tells me to stay in my lane is because he knows I have a big mouth. For somebody that has been sneaky and quiet all my life, I've turned into a talker. But see, the thing about it is I turn into a talker for him and not myself. We're going to jump on this bike, get us 7+ today, Most High willing, and take it to the house. Stay up, keep pushing forward in the right direction. Shalom.